You won't believe what happened in this movies until you watch till the end. Today's top 5 is dedicated to the movies that show what happens after the credits of the love story roll, and none of them are pulling their punches. Welcome back to Cine Picks. Let's count them down.
You shouldn't hurt it all. The ones you love.
Starting at number 5, Blue Valentine is one of the most brutally honest portrayals of a marriage collapsing in slow motion ever put on screen. Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams play Dean and Cindy, and the film cuts constantly between their intoxicating early days full of spontaneity and real chemistry and where they've ended up years later, exhausted and barely recognizable to each other. What makes this one so devastating is that neither of them is the villain. They just became different people, and the love that was once so natural started requiring more effort than either of them had left. Michelle Williams received an Oscar nomination for this role, and she absolutely earns every second of it. Don't watch this one on a bad night in your relationship.
Just like everyone else, we've bought into this idea that you have.
Number 4 is Revolutionary Road, which reunited Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet on screen for the first time since Titanic, and this time there was no ocean between them. Just a suffocating suburb and a marriage slowly draining the life out of both of them. Frank and April Wheeler have convinced themselves they're different from everyone else on their street, that they have bigger dreams and bigger plans. But as those plans keep getting deferred, the gap between who they thought they'd be and who they actually are starts tearing them apart from the inside. It's uncomfortable, it's devastating, and DiCaprio and Winslet prove here that their chemistry works just as powerfully in tragedy as it does in romance.
Would you start talking to me? Would you ask me to get
Full of thousands of years of myth and tragedy.
At number 3, Before Midnight is the third film in Richard Linklater's legendary Before trilogy, and if you've watched Before Sunrise and Before Sunset, this one will hit you like a punch you didn't see coming. Jesse and Celine, the couple the whole trilogy has been building toward, are finally together. And now they're on a summer holiday in Greece, and they're arguing. Not movie arguing, but real-life, years of unresolved tension, saying, things you can take back, arguing. Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy wrote their own dialogue for this film, which means everything you're watching is two people who genuinely understand this relationship, tearing into what love actually costs over time. It's the most realistic portrait of long-term romance in cinema. If you haven't watched the full trilogy yet, start now.
I know you. I saw you at the volunteer center.
I wanted to help. Amy's the kind of girl.
Coming in at number 2, Gone Girl is what happens when a marriage drama decides to become a thriller, and the result is one of the most gripping, darkly funny, deeply disturbing films of the decade. Nick Dunn's wife Amy disappears on their 5th anniversary, and as the investigation unfolds, nothing about their marriage turns out to be what it seemed. Rosamund Pike's performance as Amy is one of the most iconic turns in recent Hollywood history, and the film doesn't let either character off the hook. It turns the institution of marriage itself into something that looks increasingly like a performance that two people agree to maintain for the rest of their lives. David Fincher directs it all with that ice-cold precision that makes every twist hit twice as hard.
You know, most people in my business, you're just transactions.
More. Dreamer. Charlie Bird.
And the number 1 pick, Marriage Story. Noah Baumbach's masterpiece follows Charlie and Nicole as they navigate the end of their marriage, and it does so with so much love and compassion for both of them that it almost redefines what a divorce film can be. Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson are at the absolute peak of their powers here. And there's one scene, a fight scene, that turns into something far raw, that is quietly one of the greatest pieces of acting you will ever see in a modern film. This movie doesn't take sides. It doesn't tell you who was right, it just shows you two people who genuinely loved each other, trying to figure out how to stop. Watch it alone the first time. You'll need the space.
Divorce, Mom.